Ready? Okay. Here on the miter saw, we're going to talk about this one a little bit. This is a sliding miter saw. In other words, if I go back here and loosen this up, now I can slide this out and cut about 11 1/4 inches, I believe. But for our projects here, we're going to leave this locked down to where it's just a compound miter saw. And the compound part means that I can change the direction or the angle in which it cuts, and I can go back here and I can lay this down and cut bevels. We're not going to be cutting bevels, we're going to leave things alone, so don't mess with this part of it. Okay, table, fence. On the table, there's a little hand with a circle around it and a red X through it. That means that from this line in, according to Delta or DeWalt, anything in here is no hands. Don't put your hands in there. Okay, that's 8 inches. OSHA says 6 inches, which is about right here. Okay, what I like to do on all of my saws is when I'm cutting something, instead of putting my hands on top of the wood and holding it down, I'm actually going to grab the wood. In other words, I put my thumb underneath the wood, and by doing so, I put my thumb underneath there, I can't bring it any closer than this right here, which is approximately 6 to 7 inches. So I'm good to go. If I put my thumb on the back side of it, there's a tendency that people get just a little bit closer and a little bit closer, and pretty soon they're cutting fingernails and not realizing it. Put your thumb underneath so that when if something happens, pushes over, your thumb is going to keep your hand from getting into the blade. Okay? Anytime you, let's say we have a cutoff line there, this is the drop and this is the product. That means that we're going to be cutting on this side of the line. Now, when you're cutting, you never want to grab a hold of this shield and bring it up and try to line it up. Look off to the side. Get your board right where you want it. Set the saw down onto the wood. Check both sides. Now you see I'm right on the line, so I bring it up, I bring it over just minutely. Now I'm good to cut. Hold on to the wood. Get the blade off of the wood. Never ever start the saw with the blade on the wood. If you do that, this whole thing is going to start jumping and you're going to wonder what happened. Get it up. Don't get out here, because if you get out here and something happens, you're going to fall. You should just be standing straight up, grab here, and pull it down. When you finish your cut, take it all the way down to the bumper, all the way down there. Don't just take it down to where the wood is cut. Take it all the way down. It needs to hit that bumper before you let off on the trigger. Let off on the trigger and hold it until the blade comes to a complete stop. I'm not concerned at all about the shop vac, because it continues to run for 5 seconds to help clear things out. For safety, in this shop, I want the blade to stop before you bring it up. I don't even want you to bring it up halfway and then have it stop. I want it stopped on the bumper, then bring it up. Okay? One of the things that this does, when it's spinning, it's creating a vacuum. So if you're wearing a hoodie with the strings down, those strings are very light and it'll pull right into there and your face will go down. Okay? Hair needs to be tied back. If you have long hair and you're bending over, your hair's dangling down here, not a good situation. Tie it back. Get it back behind you. Tuck it in your shirt if you have to. Whatever you need to do to keep things from coming forward. If you have, you know, like a shirt on that's not buttoned up, you got a t-shirt on underneath and you got this shirt on or whatever, and it's loose, it needs to be either tucked in or buttoned up to where it does not come into the saw. Shoes, got to have closed-toed shoes. That doesn't mean, let me see your foot. That doesn't mean sandals with socks on, okay? That doesn't work. You got to have shoes that are covered. Now, I'm not saying you got to wear steel-toed boots, but you need to have, you know, the shoe itself needs to be there for your protection. Okay, I think that's it.